Okay, it's Tuesday, January 25th. It's about an hour before the open. Just wanted to make a pre-open video, kind of show you what I'm looking at today. Yesterday, I made a SPY recap video on the market in general, discussing the whole reversal day that took place. This is the daily chart, and how now I'm expecting in general the market to rally a little bit and at least take out this high here as we overall possibly start to turn this week up. We'll see. We still got 4 days to go, and we'll see where this week ends. And if that can turn green and head higher, that's a 2 up. So still a bunch of work to be done to really turn things up from this broadening action lower. But nevertheless, in the short run, that's a strong enough reversal to expect at least a short-term broadening. So anyway, so now I come into today and I see that overnight things are down again, or at least that's what's, that's on TV, that everything's opening lower. And to me, that's actually a positive because it gives us an opportunity to really see how things open. And since I expect follow through higher from yesterday, it's nice to be able to possibly get in before that and then watch it break above. And like I said, if I look at this is the target on the that's that first target right up here. If we look back on the daily chart, this broadening out action right here equates to, on the 15-minute chart, this point right up here. So anyway, it would be nice to have good opening price action to get us in a little lower and then start our way up there. So what I do here, and then I'll show you the various stocks I'm looking at. The first thing, if you've seen my videos in the past, I want to be above the midpoint of yesterday. So as long as and I approximate that, as long as we kind of stay above here on the open, it looks good. Also, I look at yesterday, what I call yesterday's close, the yellow line. Now that also incorporates the after market, session. So we closed up very high, then kind of by the aftermarket, we drifted a little lower here, and now overnight we're even lower. So I do want to see my opening price action essentially hold this midpoint, which would equate to the overnight lows, and then we'll look at the 15-minute bar early and see if it could form in such a way where we're breaking out kind of also above this this close of yesterday. And if everything heads down, then maybe all bets are off today. So that's the thing. That's why I let price open. Now, in terms of the stocks I'm looking at, what I decided to do once I saw this big reversal day yesterday is I went to my kind of watch list here, and I started looking at all the stocks I have. And what I wanted to pick, let me just give you an example. What I did was I went back on every stock. I looked at the weekly chart, and for me, I just wanted to see stocks that still look like they're in an overall 45-degree uptrend here. And those are the ones I'm starting to focus on today, and I'll show you that in a second. But if I go through this list, just spacebar, you can see Boeing, I don't consider in an uptrend, so I'm not going to be interested in that. BABA, certainly in a downtrend. So I kind of did it this way. This stock, now it broke down below that low, so I don't like it. Breaking below a sideways channel, don't like it. Dutch Brothers a little too low. Now, some of these stocks can have big rallies. Don't get me wrong. You can still, in terms of the daily chart, a big green day can definitely follow through a little bit. So I don't want to say that every one of these stocks that are down can't rally, but I'm focusing on the ones in uptrend. So like CAT, to me, that's in an uptrend. And Coin, no. Costco's definitely in an uptrend. So that's kind of the thinking, in terms of the ones I want to follow. So then if what I did was I typed in all the stocks that I like, that are in overall uptrends that could be reversing higher. So that includes just AbbVie and Target. And I typed them in here: Adobe, AMD, AVGO, Tesla, Costco, QCOM, Datadog, NVIDIA, Facebook, Apple. So these are the ones I'm going to watch on the open. So now if I look, for example, if I look at Facebook today, that stock, I have a bunch of lines on here. I don't want to confuse it, but it's the same concept where I want to be over the midpoint of yesterday, which I guess is this line. And then you can see here I have my yellow line. And so, a lot of these are very much in line with what the SPY index is showing. Same thing. I'm trying to see one that might be a little stronger. Like Costco today looks even a little stronger. It pulled back a little less, so above the midpoint, kind of above the close. Now, here's the final thought here. When I see this kind of action here, and we're above the midpoint and the close of yesterday, I want that fit, and that means we're kind of near, the highs of the overnight action, or the this whole pre-market overnight action. So I do want to see the eventual 15-minute chart early in the day kind of breaking above that. That's going to be my reference point to see whether we follow through above those highs. On some of the stocks that have pulled back a little more, like Facebook, if we get an opening, price action here that sort of holds the midpoint, it looks like it's breaking through the close of yesterday. I see the overnight target is a little higher. So again, that's where I would expect first price to go if we kind of have a strong 15 opening. And then I have to see if we break above this, pre-market high right here. That's kind of the key, if you want to call it a resistance point, that's fine. But to me, that's my reference point of where opening price does have to break through. If we kind of get an opening price that stays above the midpoint of yesterday, but comes up here and then kind of fails, then I'm ready to sort of break even on these trades. So there's some reference points involved in terms of, how price will, and again, if we get a red bar opening lower and we're going to not really reverse, then, that's what's going on today. I am expecting a reversal higher. I like this opening price action, and the fact that we've drifted a little lower, overnight, and I'm looking for some strong buying here on the 15-minute chart, and we just have to see what develops. So that's sort of my game plan for today, and we'll just have to wait and see how things open. But I just wanted to preview sort of the way I come into the day and what I'm looking for.